What's up, you guys? Hope you guys have been awesome. So today we're going to go into part 2 of the series of the Defina guide. So today's a little bit more advanced, so hopefully these tips help for y'all. So let's get right into them. Alright, first off, it's how much capital do you have to be able to deploy in the game. So we want to accumulate as much cheap FINA as possible on dips. So why do we do that? It's to get our favorite characters for cheap when the NFT market is undervalued, right? So you can do this by checking in the market maybe one time per day to see what the different prices, the floors are of the AS, SS, SSS characters. And then if the market starts getting overheated, the coin shoots up, the NFT marketplace becomes a little bit overvalued, you can sell your coins, FINA coins, or your characters for great profits. And then when it dips again, you can buy even more characters for cheap or the coins you want to. And if you have as much FINA as possible, you can buy a bunch of mystery boxes which have the best ROI on your investment. Next off, we want to utilize important events, right? So if you want to check out the official Defina doc, they talk about the vesting periods more specifically there. However, we want to play around these to buy really great dip buys. That's because when these dates come around, usually these investors will probably dump a lot of their tokens on a marketplace if the FINA token is already high. So the next one to be around November 12th. That's when around the time that Genesis NFTs get airdropped 250 FINA each. There's the IDO, their tokens are getting released. The seed and private are also getting released too. And then that's going to happen to around September 12th of next year. And then the team unlock happens around October 12th to September of the following year. So those are great times to dip buy and to play the game, as the team will most likely try to help the game succeed as long as they can to also cash out their tokens for profit. Next off, there will be in-game events too. So you could wait until Twitter or Medium for the articles to release. However, I actually recommend chatting with the moderators to find out when the best times are for the events or upcoming events before they even get launched. So you could use bullish events to sell your tokens or NFT characters. For example, the game launch is coming. If a bunch of hype comes, you could sell off. Maybe there's a lag time between the game launch and the second mystery box sale, where a bunch of new people will probably FOMO and they'll want to get into the game. Maybe there's a weapon, skin, or land sale. Rents release, there's a bunch of other stuff like DAO openings, staking pools, partnerships, competition wins, like maybe our game wins the MVP third for Binance. Maybe the overall crypto market heats up, so you can sell off your tokens and stuff, and maybe your 4 hits and etc. On the flip side of that, you can use bearish times to scoop up some cheap FINA. For example, maybe there might be some complications like a game delay, server shutdowns, maybe a random whale just dumps out of nowhere, and then maybe the overall crypto market cools down, then FINA also cools down along with it. Maybe there's a bunch of FUD like scam articles and stuff that get sent around. These are perfect times to scoop up the dip and to accumulate and hold FINA. Next off, what is the easiest method to accumulate a bunch? It's $2 cost average, right? So it's very hard to time the bottom or the top, but what you could do is that you would set alerts at key support points, for example 4.5 or 3.5 or any of those, and then as it dips harder and harder, you buy even more, right? So maybe at 5 you buy 10%, 4.5 you buy like 15%, 4 you buy 20%, 3.5, 3 you buy like 30%. So there's no need to overcheck short-term price movements. Just keep it simple and you'll be good. Another easier way is to also stake FINA in the game, which we can talk about later with the mining pools or with liquidity pools, which I'll link in the PowerPoint right below for passive income. And I believe around the FINA BUSD pool is around 500% APY right now, so that's solid. So around 3 to 3.5 months, that's when you'll get it, including the compound interest. So the earlier the better. since the team vesting period's open next year around October, so they're probably gonna try really hard to make the game succeed so that their bags can be pumped. So the more you accumulate, the better, and as the game grows, the token price will accumulate in time. So this 500% APY will become more like 1,000 or 1,500 if the token 2 or 3x's from here. But there could also be permanent loss too, so we'll have to keep that in mind. So the next factor we'll have to consider is character availability. So what characters you can get, and getting a mystery box is the most optimal way. So getting on those public launches or buying on the market when there's a major dip. However, people will probably sell for 3, 4, 5x, right? So the best way that I recommend to do this is to add as much value as possible to the community so that you may get whitelisted to buy before the public sale, right? So you can do this by contributing your unique skills. Like if you're a good artist, you can do fan art. If you're good at marketing, you can help market. If you're a content creator, you can create content on YouTube, Medium, or other channels you like. Technical analysis, research for the game, maybe help their economy, community management, whatever it is in the suggestions you can put on Discord. And by also doing the little things, they get noticed by the team a lot, right? So being helpful in the chat, helping the new people that come in, like commenting, sharing posts on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, interacting in those streams too, suggesting good features, really analyzing the game, helping it improve, staking it, etc. So all these actions do get noticed by the team, and if you really love the game and you really want to help it succeed, then these are some great ways to do so. So everyone's unique if you're able to contribute your unique skills, and that'll make everything a lot easier. All right, next one. It's to build around the carry. You'll probably get 1 or 2 super strong characters eventually if you buy a bunch of mystery boxes, like maybe 1 SSS, maybe 1 SS, etc. over time. So you could use these as the main damage dealers since they naturally have better stats, and to protect them with your other characters. And then if you want to learn more about the game, you could either play the game yourself or watch other streamers that have other characters that you would like so that you can learn too. So you can check them out on YouTube or Twitch, as there are going to be documents that will be released on the characters, but it's kind of hard to tell watching just with the document in text. It's easier to just see the gameplay or play, and then you'll be able to see which characters you actually like. Then it would be to snipe random deals with your favorite characters in the market. So there will be random short-term flippers who just list it super cheap so that they can get cash quick. If you're able to swoop on that, you can get a major steal. Lastly, it's to balance your team for maximum adaptability. So maybe you have your main carry, and then you have some that could tank for you. Maybe you have another heal like Mozart or something, another support damage dealer, support tank. And this way, it mitigates the faction bonuses of the opposite team, right? So if you go only one faction, one element, and the other team has a bunch of other characters that have the complete opposite of you, you're going to get wrecked. But if you have a mixed bag of different characters and elements, it's really hard to destroy you with a certain team. You'll just be able to adapt to anyone. So next off, you want to think about faction bonuses. I would recommend either going on any extreme end, right? So if your carry naturally has a strong attack, I would recommend going for faction bonuses that increase your health or shield it. For example, if you have like a Morgan that mostly deals damage, getting another Athena Ace character will give you that 20% shield in that first round so that you can tank a little bit more, so that you can survive in the game long enough to deal a bunch of damage. Or you can go the opposite route where you maximize your strengths, right? So let's say the Ouroboros effect is being played because there are other 2 Ouroboros characters besides Solomon. So every time a character dies, you get 30% more damage on your Solomon. So you don't have to rebirth as much to get more damage. You could get more HP on your Solomon, and then as the game progresses, some of your teammates start dying. That's when your Solomon becomes even more OP. So feel free to check out that link that I'll post in the PowerPoint to really complement by synergizing, going all in on whatever you're trying to go, or taking the opposite path of compensating for what your team is weak at. Next off, it's to maximize your main element bonuses. So I'd recommend either going 2 of something or 2 of another one, or just going 4 elements to maximize those benefits. For example, if you do 4 fire, you can do more damage to the other team with your Ouroboros, or for earth for more protection with Athena Zegas with the shield, for lightning with Prometheus Fire for more power points for the skill attacks, or you can do like 50-50, right? 2 fire for Solomon Lisa for your main damage dealers, 2 earth for older pairs if they're more like a tanky character, 2 lightning with Cervantes and Dante for that skill points attacks, 2 water with Hanzo Jaden if you're trying to go for more of like that heal pattern. Next one would be to enhance with your secondary elements, so these are with your skills, so using resonance to optimize your roles of the characters you want to play. So if you want to optimize a tank, you can increase skills that give you more damage reduction or heals you. For example, let's say a damage dealing Solomon gets Fire Totem, and that causes 20% more damage if the opponent HP is less than 50%. So let's say the game becomes a one-on-one, right? Where it's just you versus the other main carry. So as more damage is being dealt, more Solomon is gonna deal even more damage. Plus, combined with that Ouroboros faction bonus, you deal 90% even more damage. So that's you're even gonna be able to one-on-one anyone. And then same thing like Hanzo, 8% of HP is restored every round with Fountain of Life. So you can use that with her heal too. Or for another example, you have a damage dealing Dante, it's totem, Thunder Totem, so it has 25% more crit rate if the target is less than 50% HP, so you can use that for late game. Maybe you have a second damage dealing Paris, so high pressure. If the target HP is greater than 80%, you deal 20% more damage. Maybe you also have a crit build on Paris too, so at beginning of the game, you crit an opponent, then most of their HP is gone already, then you combine that with another Dante or something, and then they crit again, and then you just kill them in 2 shots. So try not to make the mistake of going all in one element, like making your main element fire and your secondary elements all fire just because you want them all fire. Make sure that they actually make sense. Next one would be to adapt with formations. So it's to maximize your team's strengths and to disrupt your opponent's strengths. So let's say the enemy carries Dante with a main tank on the left side, so there's 2 right there. If you put your main carry and your tank on the left side, you're going to get absolutely wrecked. So you do the opposite, right, where you put your carries on the right side, and then you put maybe 1 character on the left, 1 character middle. So I'll show that to you guys in the gameplay later. That way, the opponent has to go through 2 different characters, and then before they get to your carry. So by then, your carry will probably deal more damage than them. Then another example, the enemy carries is Solomon. It's by herself in the middle. There's maybe 2 on her left, 1 on the right. You can set a main carry and tank in the middle. Then your other 2 on the right. So then your 2 on the right will kill the 1 on the right already. And then probably by then, you'll kill the tank, or since Solomon's middle, you'll have 4 people attacking her in the middle, and then you'll be able to kill the Solomon before its faction bonus gets into play if you put it on the left side instead. So all of this just comes with experience in watching others, so don't be discouraged if this just all sounds random. Like once you play the game or you see the gameplay, you'll be able to get all of this. So for a PvE adventure mode, I'd personally recommend to get to the farthest level possible with 3 stars, so that's with your characters not dying as soon as possible. The reason why you want to do this is that you'll be able to raid for Morphina, so this means you get to skip the battle sequences and then you just skip straight to the rewards. So if your characters are maxed out, you'll be given XP potions to be given to other characters. So maybe you want to upgrade your team, and then by the time you upgrade your team, you'll have a bunch of EXP potions that you can use on this character. Then other item drops too. And then you want to level up your strongest team initially, maybe at the start of the game, by buying more stamina daily until it's maxed out, so all your characters are level 30. Then you could use it with PvP to try to climb the rewards if you want to really get that reward at the beginning of the season, or at the end of the season. And then it's to maximize your stamina by accumulating characters when the markets are undervalued. So the more characters you accumulate, the more stamina you get. I think with a max cap of 60, but it's still being tested. But generally you'll probably get more stamina as you get more characters. Now here are some tips for PvP. So I'd recommend playing once you get a pretty OP team that's balanced, or you can just play for funsies. It's whatever you want. So I would recommend not using all your stamina at once, but to take advantage of dead periods. So maybe right when the PvP or the stamina timer resets at 0 UTC. So maybe early on in the game it resets then. You can catch someone slipping where they didn't level up their characters yet, but they're still in the PvP arena, and you could level up them. Maybe at late night, early morning, etc. So if you'll be able to level up, and then you adjust to your opponents that are higher rankings to you, you can use them to level up yourselves to climb the leaderboard. Then you can increase the gap by farming bots. So I think it's still being worked out where if you get to a certain PvP score, you'll just face bots and then they'll get harder, but it's still being worked out. Then if you have a balanced team, you can adjust to your opponent pretty easily. So controlling mining fields, that's a very big part, as these are where most of the Defina rewards will be in. So it's recommended to do your adventure mode, do your PvP, use that stamina, and because mining fields don't use stamina, you can sign up for these mines after you do all of that. So you can rebirth, resonance, and all those characters at the right when the game launches first. Then you do adventure mode, then PvP, then this one, right? So you want to get the strongest ones possible, as people are going to try to attack your mines, so you're going to have to defend them. And then if you go in adventure mode, you start getting shields that will protect your mine, and you won't have to defend against other characters. This might be more recommended for the higher level mining fields, so maybe you can save them up, and then by the time you get a super strong team, maybe 1 or 2, 3 months later, you can use a bunch of these and you'll get a bunch of yield. And then I think maybe there might be guild features coming up, but maybe for now we can collab with our factions to help each other protect each other's spots, and then to maybe attack other people if we need a mining field. But who knows, that's up for discussion. And then it's recommended to also complete the daily and weekly missions, as you'll be given shields, alchemy cards to rebirth your characters, and etc. So all this is just speculation, right? In the end, it's just about trying it. We can theorize all we want about this game. There could be like a gazillion theories. However, at the end of the day, the most practical thing would be to just try it, experiment, and then eventually, in time, you'll find the right team mechanics that will work for you. So enough chit chat, let's get into some. Alright, so enough chit chat, let's get into some awesome gameplay, okay? We'll turn back on the music, and then let's see. So let me change back the squad to the original one. Alright, so let's try stage 10 of level 6, I believe, and see what happens. Okay, doing good. I don't see any clear mismatches as of now. Maybe we could put our main carries in the middle to like take out that Mozart earlier.
Turn into ashes, disgusting things.
Yep, so far pretty chill. Alright, let's go on to the next one. Okay, let's go on to the next one. About 11. Don't see any clear mismatches as of yet. So far so chill. Actually, I think the levels that were like earlier were a lot harder than this one in terms of mixing against my team composition. Alright, I'm just gonna skip until a level that's like really hard, then show it to you guys. Alright guys, we got what we asked for. Let's see a hard team battle, and let's see how we can change our composition to win this fight. Alright, we got Dante with the mismatch on our side, as in Dante's gonna kill Wolf our carries probably a lot faster. Oh my gosh, they're almost dead already. Oh jeez. Yep, this is a big mismatch. Okay, I'm thinking we move our 2 carries to the right side to take those first. And oh my god, yeah, they're just gonna completely wreck us, bro. Oof. Okay, now let's change our comp. Alright, let's try it. So we got our carries on the right side now. So now Dante can't wreck them, and then we got a single for left and right. So that it'll take a lot more time. Oh, she still wrecked them, but now we have a lot more time to buy before she reaches us. So we're chilling. 5,000! My god. Okay. Let's see if we can win this. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see if she wrecks us. Okay, alright, boom, we won. Solid. Let's go to one more. Alright, let's try this one. 5 characters now. 5 level difference. This may be very challenging. Trying to see what mismatches we got. Okay. Oh my gosh. I like that one. That's one of my favorite alts. Whoa, okay. That Akache is super strong. And Elizabeth, okay. I'm thinking we gotta be on the left and middle side. Yeah, okay, let's switch sides. And then let's stack 2 on the left and middle. We'll see what happens. Alright, let's see what happens. Alright, we got 2 on this side now. Oh. No, okay, we survived for a round. Oh my gosh, okay, we barely survived. Let's see what happens. What? Did she even attack? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. Okay, so the Helen was great choice in hitting the front and back of it. Okay, boom, there you go, different result. Alright, now let's switch to a second squad. Let's try our second squad. Let's see what happens. We got Jean, we got Nova, Hanzo, and I forgot her name. I'm blanking. Oh yeah, we got the all animation. That's one of my favorites right there also. They're all really good. Okay, we got a mismatch in the middle where we shouldn't have put 2 with Dante. So we'll try to switch it up. We might be able to actually not. I think we're gonna lose. Oh my gosh. Yep, Paris is gonna clap us. Yep, okay, let's switch it up. Alright, let's try again.
Go away. Burn in my anger.
Okay, so far so good. Alright, I think we got this in the bag. Yep, we got it. Oh yeah. Got him. Alright, let's do one more. Let's see what happens. Let's see.
How does that sound?
Okay, we got lucky in this one. To putting the carries on the right side to take out Mozart, and I don't know how Nova's ulting so much, it's crazy. I gotta check out her skill elements later. Oh. Nice. Oh, well, no, they had Hercules and him on the same team also. I think that ultimate shows even if like Hercules isn't on the team.
How does that sound?
Alright, we just got lucky with this team comp right here. Awesome, so that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to like, comment what other content you want to see, what you thought of the video, what you thought of Defina, and the game launch will probably come somewhere between mid-November-ish after the developers add in all the changes from the closed beta, along with the second mystery box soon after. So, really happy for this game. It's my favorite crypto game so far. It has an amazing team, amazing community, amazing gameplay, and it has so much promise. However, that being said, all NFT crypto games are very risky right now. There's such a new technology, so there's extremely high risk in this. But after all that being said, thank you guys for watching, and talk to y'all next time. Some gameplay.